Hey guys, thanks for choosing Mantis Badger Productions. I'm Billy, and today I'm going to be going over A Realm Reborn. A Realm Reborn is basically, as the title states, a reborn version of the Final Fantasy game that was released as an MMORPG. Now, when this game originally was developed, it was done poorly. It actually had terrible reviews. Almost nobody wanted to play it. They all went back to the old Final Fantasy, which had probably horrible graphics compared to this, but it was such more complex and filled with quality that players would rather play it. It's basically like going back to RuneScape from World of Warcraft because RuneScape has better lore and quality, which turns out to be a very poor example. But anyway, this game is completely redesigned and remastered for your entertainment and the quality of its player base to be increased. So the developers of this game are Square Enix, as usual. They brought on a completely new design team and a new director and producer of that design team. The game takes place in Eorzea, basically 5 years after the original game. Now, when the original game came out, it was, like I said, poorly designed. So they had a dragon named Bahamut cause the apocalypse, basically destroying most of Eorzea. You as a hero were in that time, but you were able to move forward into the future because the gods blessed you. They blessed you with the ability and they saved you. So they moved you 5 years into the future where Eorzea was completely demolished. It's being rebuilt and reconstructed, regaining their footing as a country. But they're also being threatened by the Garlean Empire. And through this, we come to the class system, which is basically the disciplines. The disciplines are subjugated into four different parts. The discipline of war, which is basically physical attributes. You have the discipline of magic, which is the practitioners of magical arts, basically wizards, warlocks, mages. Then you have the discipline of land, which is gatherers, fishers, miners, things like that. You also have the discipline of the hand, which are all the crafters, the people who make the armor, the gold, all those wonderful things. Put them down for you, so we remember all of them. Now, the physical, basically the discipline of war, they have paladins, monks, warriors, dragoons, and bards, which are basically lancers, paladins, warriors, obvious, monks, which are basically kind of like the holy warrior of the genre, and bards, which are like archers. Then you have the magic, discipline of magic, which is going to be white mages. You're going to have black mages, summoners, and scholars, which are basically kind of like wizards. They're going to be more of the healer and offensive buffer. And then you have discipline of the hand, which is basically going to be your trades. You're going to have alchemist, armorer, blacksmith, carpenter, culinary, which is basically a cook. You're going to have a goldsmith, a leather worker, a weaver. So like cloth, plate, mail, leather, all of those things. Basically the basic concepts that you would get in any MMO in the crafting system. You're also going to get the discipline of the land, like I spoke about, which I actually just pretty much described all three of them. There's the botanist, there's the fisher, and the miner. And those are really, that's all that comes with it. You get certain abilities learned by one class, and you can use them while you're equipped in other classes. But only certain abilities come with each class that you can use versatility with each class separately. You know. But in exchange for that limitation on not being able to use all your abilities while having those classes, you're going to get basically exclusive abilities while in those classes. So you get exclusive armor sets for being a paladin or a monk. Basically, like it's kind of like a tier. It's exclusive to that class, so that it gives you that advantage, or it gives you that look, that style, that theme that maybe you're looking for in a game. The also great thing is they allowed a lot of synthesis with some of the ideas from Guild Wars and some Rift and things like that. So they have zone events. They're like mini events, like quest events, I guess you could say. And in those events, basically, if you're doing the event and other people are in that area, they can help you do that event. Everyone there will get credit for it. The lower level you are, the less credit you're going to get and less currency you're going to get. But you could still do it. These events spawn at random times. They're basically procced off of X players in the area, who's doing the quest, how many mobs have been killed, things like that. Basically like in Guild Wars 2, where you can go into a zone, there are zone events that happen at certain time intervals, and then ones that happen randomly based off of precursor quests that have to be done in order to get those to proc. And then there are also, let's see, those are called Fate. They're called Fate because they're basically, it's just meant to happen. It happens there, so you're a part of it. The development team, they did a really great job on distracting you with these things. So basically, it kind of pulls you away from the mundane, boring grind. You get away for a few minutes. You get to do something else. They also really did a great job with graphics, and the soundtrack is amazing. This is going to give you a lot of different attention. You're going to get pulled away by just the quality of the visuals, and then, I mean, you get pulled right back, right because of that soundtrack. The combat soundtracks, the leveling, the traditional leveling up, the sound we all know and love. And then you get the quality of the soundtracks for dungeons, territories that are hostile, when you're in a fight, just the environment, the atmosphere, the ambience, it all changes. Wherever you are, it's always going to be different. That's the best part. It's always different. I mean, yes, you're going to have that grind. You're going to have to level. You're going to have to do quests. But they make it so that you get to do a lot more. You don't have to stick to just that one thing. You get to move around. I mean, yeah, it's an MMORPG. You're going to have to do quests and shit in order to level. That's just a fact. But it's not about the leveling. I mean, it kind of is, because you're supposed to experience it and enjoy it. But the main part is the end game. Getting to that level cap. And getting your skills up. Getting to that end game point where you can enjoy it to the fullest. You can do the raids. You can do the top end tier. You can do the PvP. You can do everything. I mean, they have chocobos. Who doesn't love a chocobo? I mean, would you want to ride a chocobo? It's a chocobo. Chocobo. No, it's fine. Look at it. Look at the chocobo. And like I said, those fate events are repeatable time-based events for the most part. So if you're in an area zone, like maybe you're taking your time and you're spending a couple days getting a couple of levels, so you're in the same area, so you can do it every time you log in if it's there. So basically, that's all I have for now based off of that. But when the 20th rolls around, I will be playing openly on the servers. I will have a lot of in-game exclusive footage for you. I will be streaming that on my Twitch. I will also be playing it through my recording so that you can see it on YouTube. I'll give you guides on leveling. I will get you started so you can see what you're looking for on the 27th. If you haven't pre-recorded it yet, I would highly suggest you do so you can get that early game features. Now I'm going to show you a couple of clips of some in-game footage that I have found. I will also give you a little statistics, job trees, things like that. Those are going to be separate links, most likely. Right now I was just trying to give you the brief overview of the game. Most of it's going to come from tutorials while I'm actually playing it, so you can see all of that. I just wanted to give you guys a concept of what the game is going to be like, and hopefully get you interested in it enough so that you will come back, you will watch the video, and you will learn something about it before you actually play it. So maybe you don't want to spend that 50 bucks. I can help you make you want to spend that 50 bucks. It's a great game. I really love it. The beta is awesome. And I mean, this isn't the only game I'm going to be beta testing. I also have beta testing coming out when, I mean, hopefully, fingers crossed, EverQuest Next. Hopefully I'll be able to beta test that. I'll be doing some Elder Scrolls Online beta testing. That's going to be awesome. I'll definitely get you guys gameplay footage of that when I can. Just please stay tuned. Subscribe if you want. I would love it. And I would definitely catch up with you.